If I go exceed your expectations, please refer me 3 clients. I invest my marketing dollars into the relationship. You could do things together as you start building your team. They could come in with absolutely no money and come away with a home. Okay, well, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. We're just going to get here started in a quick second. So just want to wish everybody a good week. It is Monday. It is my favorite day because it sets the tone for the week, right? I mean, we are building a real estate business, and Mondays is a day that I feel I always I have to get started right. And I hope you feel the same way. You could put a lot of effort on your Mondays, work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 20 hours. So then you could get through the week with good momentum. And so always starting the morning with the right information is always a good thing. So I'm going to get right into this. But before we get started, hi, my name is Jeffrey DeJesus. If you all don't know me, I've built a large organization. I've sold over 500 homes in the San Francisco Bay Area. And so with that being said, I'll get to our lesson. So leading with influence, that's our topic for today. Let me follow trust. Influence builds loyalty, production, and retention. The best leaders create leaders, not followers. So, whether you're influencing agents or clients, sellers, buyers, you have to be always leading, and you want to lead by influence. Excuse me. Leadership versus management. Well, management, they oversee tasks and compliance, focuses on controls and systems. Leadership, they inspire belief and action. Builds confidence and growth, leads by example. The foundation of influence, credibility. Do what you say you'll do. This is something that I've always, if I say something, I like to do it. That's pretty, we all procrastinate. We all start things and we don't finish, but it's just important as a leader to do what you say. Consistency, show up even when it's inconvenient. Yeah, this is a tough one sometimes. Once like, let's say you're gonna tell yourself, I'm gonna prospect every morning for 1 hour or 2 hours. To consistently do it. If you could learn and push yourself with that consistency in our business of real estate, you're gonna kill it. All right, you're gonna be successful in real estate. But the thing is that most people don't do what it takes in real estate. And I always say, take baby steps. If you're not picking up the phone, then you at least got to be texting. And if you're not texting, email it's not the best way to communicate when you're trying to convey a message. Calling is always still good. And, sellers are still the much older crowd, right? 55 to 90. My next 2 closings in the next 2 weeks, my clients are between 80 to 90 years old. And that's 2 different homes. And you know what? They would rather have a phone call. There's the 2 that's in Fairfield, they're selling a home in Daly City. They don't have email, right? And so I have to go through the son, and the son has to go over there, and then he has to open up his email, and that's how we're doing the DocuSign. Of course, they're going to be signing this week, and they're going to do a regular signature. And then the other 2 clients here in South San Francisco, California, they're using their email, but the children has to open the email, right? And then the reason why I say this is because if you're focused on sellers, they're a much older crowd. And so, that making a phone call is my point, is just important when you're prospecting. And text is good too. I noticed, like, these particular clients that are between 80 and 90, they're not on text, nor are they on email. They are on the phone or in person. So if you could identify your client, then that's where it is. And what I'm basically trying to say is that when it comes to consistency, and you're going for, if you're going for buyers, they're a much younger crowd, right? First time buyers, they could be in their 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe even late early 50s. But the thing is identifying who it is. But if you have no problem making phone calls, you have no problem texting, no problem emailing, that is a combination of what you need to do. That because you need to convey your message and your service. So consistency. I hope you got, if you get anything out of this presentation today, get that. Okay. Pick up that phone, be consistent. Okay. Care. Agents grow when they feel supported. Okay. Moving on here. Coaching agents to win. Well, meet agents where they are. I mean, I try to meet agents the best I can where they are. So asking better questions instead of giving all the answers. Focus on skills that make money, right? Lead conversion, follow-up systems, confidence on appointments. So those are three areas that you really want to, I mean, if you're going to make some money in this business, lead conversation, lead conversion, and follow up. Those two alone has made me very successful. And as you do more lead conversion and follow up, your confidence will go up, and then you have more confidence in the appointment. So if you make phone calls, you're texting, that's the lead conversion, that's the follow up, and then you'll build that confidence. Okay, coaching framework. Let's keep it simple. Clarify what do you want. Identify what's holding you back. I mean, a lot of you agents, you got to figure out what's holding you back. Of course, we all have, I can say, fear, right? Nobody wants to pick up the phone every day and start making calls to their clients, their friends. And so if that's you, I'm off topic, but if that's you, then start your phone calls with the people that you know you're going to get a positive response, right? Like if you're going to make some phone calls and you're a little bit nervous or on the edge, make some phone calls to your best friends, people who encourage you, people who love you, people who won't give you any negative vibes. Start with that phone call, because at least that phone call could give you the courage and momentum to go forward. And once you do it every day with consistency, you're going to continue to do it every day. But if you haven't done it at all, then you need to take those baby steps. Those baby steps could be a text and a call. Say, hi, how are you? Good morning. I'm up. You could, if with your friends, you could just start off and say, hey, good morning. I'm just getting my real estate day started. I'm going to start with you. Have a nice day. Okay. I mean, I know these are super baby steps, but once you start doing it, you'll build that momentum. So let's get back on track here. Strategize. What's the next best move? Commit what action we take next week. So recruiting through influence. Okay. This is not pressure, but through influence. Recruiting is sharing vision, not convincing. Lead with your story, not a pitch. Show proof through culture, systems, and results. What top agents look for? Well, because we're talking about influence, leadership and influence, strong leadership and mentorship. That's what they're looking for. Growth opportunities, community and collaboration, clear path to income and scale. Inspiring agents daily. Celebrate small wins publicly. Correct privately, praise loudly. Share real stories, success, and struggle. Cast vision consistently. Culture is your secret weapon. Culture beats commission plan. Create an environment of accountability, support, high standard, and fun and connection. Lead by example. Well, be the most coachable person in the room. I think, one thing in my career that really helped quite a bit is I'm a coachable person. Maybe not the most consistent, I'll admit that. But I am coachable. I am the type of person to listen. And I do also could talk. But, when somebody of respect or has information that I can agree with, because I don't agree with everyone, but, then I like to be a coachable person, and meaning I like to listen. That's why I go to a lot of events. A lot of events I go to, it's only people and the type of person that I respected. So I would emulate them. And then after I outgrew them, I moved on to different mentor, different mentor. I even had secret mentors. I had a agent who used to get listings in San Francisco, but he was from San Diego. And I never told anybody, but he had my respect. He got my attention, and he was like my secret mentor for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, until one day I was heading down to SoCal, and I picked up the phone, I looked him up, found him. I made an appointment. I said, hey, you know what? I've been following you for a while. Been watching your and reading your things that I see online, and I noticed you get listings out here in San Francisco. Can we just meet? And yeah, we met in the parking lot. We spent a little bit of time. He walked me through his office. And the reason why he became one of my mentors is because he was a Filipino guy like myself. I'm Filipino. And he was selling around 350 homes on average in a $1.2 million market area. And that was just impressive to me, especially, young and getting just starting in the business. And when I met him, the craziest thing is he stuttered. He stuttered, and it was crazy. Like, oh my gosh! And he didn't just have a stutter; he was a heavy stutterer. When your tongue stutters, and I was blown away. That inspired me because he could sell that many homes, and it was just amazing on how he did things. And we could talk about that further. I really would want to make a lesson just out of him alone, because he was such he was definitely determined. Anyways, let's get back to this. Track those numbers and be transparent. Continue learning and improving. Your actions set the ceiling. The ripple effect of influence. Well, if you're recruiting, coaching, you're looking for a coach, this is what we're talking about. Confident agents serve clients better. Okay? And how do you get confidence? Consistency. How do you get consistency? Do your job, right? I mean, if and I'm going to just say it point blank. If you're reaching out to 10 people a day, you should go every month with closings. That's all it is. And I'm not talking about an email. I'm talking about if you're texting 10 people a day, you're going to get business every month. And I mean, that's really a reality of that. And of course, the conversation has to be towards real estate. And, if I were to text a new group of people, it would be, hey, Bessie, this is Jeff. I'm texting you today. It's Monday. And, I have some big goals in 2026, and you're a part of it. LOL. I know it's been a long time. We haven't spoke, but you probably know or you don't know. I'm in real estate, and I'm looking to build it pretty consistently this year. And I'm starting off today with you. Have a nice day. And by the way, if you know anybody in real estate, please let me know. I'd appreciate it. So maybe it's not as smooth. I just did it off the top of my head, but I would do a text just like that to people I haven't spoken to maybe for years. It's genuine. It's real. None of this, hogwash. Just it is what it is. And if I know the person, it'll be a little bit different, but it's authentic. And then if I have to, I will call them tomorrow, and I'll say, "Hey, did you get my text yesterday?" And then that conversation will lead, and just let them be genuine. I am calling because I got my real estate license. I'm calling because I have big goals this 2026. I'm calling because if you or someone you know has some real estate service that they need, da 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 da, right? So that alone, if you did that every day, 10 people a day, you should have more than enough business, especially if you're from the Bay Area. Like I believe most of us on this Zoom call is from. I mean, commissions are 10 to 20 grand, but agents are not willing to do that. So, but anyways, leadership multiplies impact and income. Sorry for getting off track, but I really want to help you get more and do more because at the end of the day, we're here to make money and make our business grow. So, the call to action, who are you intentionally leading? So, if you're trying to lead your clients to buying, sellers to sell, if you're trying to recruit agents to build your team, you know, just know what you're who you are intentionally leading. How are you adding value weekly? So if you're whether that's again buyer, seller, agent, what legacy are you building as a leader? So that's the call to action. And in closing, influence isn't given, it's earned daily. When you lead with service, clarity, and consistency, people choose to follow. So I just want to thank everybody for coming on this Monday. I try to keep it short, within 15 minutes every week. I also do this on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, I'll be changing it up a little bit. It's called the shift. I start at 12 o'clock on Wednesdays, but I'm going to start doing some lunch and learns on Wednesdays so that I could share EXP. If you want to grow your revenue share, that's what I'm going to be doing. So until next time, all right, I'll talk to you later.